Hello, this is Vikrant Joshi from ProfitBooks, and today I'm going to show you some features of ProfitBooks and how we can help you. First, we are going to just show you what you can do with ProfitBooks. Then I am going to show you how you can create invoices and get paid. So this is a sales invoice. In order to go to a sales invoice, you can either use this left menu bar, or you can also go from the top right here and just click on invoice, new invoice. Once you do this, you will be greeted with sort of a form which contains all the elements that you would need to craft the perfect invoice. Now, of course, if you're a new user, you may not have your customers added, so you can just click on new customer and you can basically fill up all these details regarding the customer and then apply the customer to the given invoice. For now, I'm already going to just click something that we already have here. So I've just selected ABCD Corp. Now here in ProfitBooks, you can set up your invoice titles as well. I'll go over this setup screen at the end of this video. However, you can make a choice regarding what you want as the invoice title. Then what you can also do is you can enter the date of issue, and you can also enter when it is due on. So you can pick up any of those dates and that will be mentioned in the invoice itself. Now, from this screen, if you can see, we have certain labels like service, product, description, quantity, price. But let me just tell you that all of these are editable. I'll be showing you how you can do that as well. But for now, what we are going to do is we are going to pick the consulting service that we had previously created. And as you can see, the price has come up here, which is accurate. And I'll just say 2, which says that I have probably worked for them for 2 hours. And then if there's any tax, then I can just add it from here. Now in ProfitBooks as well, you can actually manually create these taxes as well. So if there's something in the software that has not been set according to your specific country or region, you can set it. So I'll just select one of them and those calculations will be shown right here. If there are some additional charges, for example, maybe there is some traveling charge, usual consulting based services, marketing based services, in order to work for that client, they will have some traveling charges. So you can just add it right here from the add other charge screen. Here what you can also see on the invoice is certain customer notes and terms and conditions. These were previously added from settings and they have been set in such a way that on every invoice that you create, they just appear on their own. So this means that it reduces the time you take to actually send out one invoice, and any kind of valuable time saved is time gained in any kind of business. So once we are sure that we have added all the information regarding the invoice, you can just click on save. And this is how your invoice will be saved. Now, mind you, this is just invoice saved on the software. If you want to check out the PDF or see what the invoice actually looks like, you can click on original right here. And as you can see, you have your service product. You have mentioned the quantity, which is like 2 hours. So the unit is also mentioned here. The tax has been applied. The total amount that is due according to currency sent for the customer is also applied here. Okay, now that you have seen how the invoice looks like, I just wanted to mention that you can also mail the invoice to your customer. So if you have already added their email, you can just send them an email right from here. You'll need to add your email address in the CC, but you'll be able to send the email and then track. At the bottom, we also have certain payment gateways. So currently we have about 3 payment gateways that we have integrated with, and we are going to be adding a lot more in the future. So if you want to create a payment link, send it to them, and they can just pay it from there itself, pay off the invoice, and the accounting will directly be done inside the software. So we have a ready-made feature for that as well. If once you have sent out this specific invoice and you receive their payment, then you will need to mark this invoice as paid, because as you can see, by default it is marked as unpaid. So the way to do that is to click on add payment right here, or you could also use the receipts feature, which is available in the income section. So here you will just enter deposit to what account. So you can just pick your bank, and then whatever you want to add as the amount. So let's say if they are making a partial payment, maybe they are making a complete payment, whatever number that you add here is the receipt that will be set for this account, this invoice. So what that also means is that let's say your customer only pays you for 100 USD, then you'll be able to just deduct 100 from this 216, so that it will just show you that about 116 are due. Right now I'm just going to click on this save, and before I do that, one thing is that we also have something called as exchange rate in USD. So this is specifically for multi-currency invoicing. So let's say your customers, it's in he or she they are in some other country, and you want to just mention their currency and ensure that you're creating a multi-currency invoice for them, and you want to ensure that your accounting is correct, but at the same time they receive the invoice in their own currency, then you can enable multi-currency invoicing and you can create that invoice from ProfitBooks right here. So back to this, we are just going to click save right here, and now the receipt voucher has been successfully created. And as you can see, the invoice number, it has next to the invoice number, it has been marked as paid. It was unpaid earlier, and at the bottom you'll also see that one new receipt has been added. Now the interesting thing about ProfitBooks is that if I just click on this receipt itself, it will show me where it has been allocated, but you could also email it. So if you're emailing your receipts the receipts to the customer, then you can send it from ProfitBooks itself. A couple of reports that a lot of ProfitBooks users use for a long time are these ones that I'm going to cover now. So one of them is outstanding receipts. So what outstanding receipts does is it tracks all the pending payments. So let's say you want to see which customer of yours has not paid you yet and you want to follow up with them. So you can go to outstanding receipts and then you can just search their account, then you'll find maybe one payment, and then you can basically contact that customer. And this is how this specific report will improve cash flow in your organization. At the same time, we want to always keep our vendors happy, so we have also created another report just like this called outstanding payments, which will give you an idea regarding how many payments are due on your side. So these are payments which are due for your vendor, so how many expenses for which you have not paid yet. So this you will see on this page right here. Apart from that, if you can see, there are a ton of reports, so any single requirement that you have, it will get satisfied right here in one of those reports, and you will figure out and you will be able to make certain financial decisions for your business, which will improve your growth and also affect your cash flow in a positive sense. Next thing what I also wanted to cover was ProfitBooks is a multi-user accounting software. So if multiple users were going to use the software, then you can also add new users from here, and then once the users are added, then they will get a invite link and they can sign in and start using the software simultaneously. So imagine if you have a complete process where you have salespeople who are raising invoices and estimates, and you have accountants who check your compliance, and you have someone else who is doing day-to-day accounting. You can essentially give all of them specific roles so that they get specific access to the software. So your data is safe and secure, and only certain aspects of that data will be shown to that specific user. So some of them I can just go through it quickly. It's owner, accountant, staff, sales, employee, HR, and inventory manager. So this will also give you an access that you can share with your team members, so that all of you can use the accounting software ProfitBooks, and you can use it simultaneously from different remote locations. I'm just going to quickly show you how you can set up the software and start today. So these are the initial setup steps that are required for you to get the maximum value out of the software. So for that, what you need to do is you need to go here in the top right, and you need to pick company settings. As soon as you do that, a screen will be greeting you, which will show you that you can add your company logo, you can add your company details. Some of these will already be pre-populated. Then you can add your tax details. Then you can also do some slight invoice customization. So this would include your starting sequence. Maybe you're using some existing system, maybe you're using some existing Excel sheet and you're following some numbering, so you can add that numbering right here. You can set up your invoice title. So like I mentioned, you can pick the right title for the right customer. Then you can also set up your custom labels, which are somewhat important in initial setup stage. So let's say you are running solely a service-based business, so you might want to call it just service instead of products, and instead of quantity, maybe you want to call it duration or something else, number of packages, whatever it is with your business, you can just change it and it will be shown right there in the invoices. You can also set up your customer notes and terms and conditions, so that once you have set it up, you don't need to again and again set it up for every invoice. It will just be shown on every invoice as it is. And then you can also add your signature. So in case you want your signature to be mentioned on the invoice, then you can create a column for that as well. Then under other preferences, we have certain options called as custom fields. So custom fields are basically something that covers any aspect of your business that we as ProfitBooks have not covered yet. So this could be maybe the name of your contact person. This could be maybe number of kilometers that your car has driven, whatever, depending on your business type, you can add that custom field. Then there are voucher numbering for basically any kind of voucher right here. You can also set up what you want to call customers, estimates, warehouses. So from a bunch of options, you can select the right one that suits your business the best. And then what you can also check is to add the terms and conditions in estimates. Now let's look at some of the templates. So if you have some idea regarding what sort of templates your customer usually prefers, so we have already done a study regarding that, and we have found out about 8 templates that suit a multitude of businesses. So you can select the right one, you can apply it, and that's the template that will be utilized for your business, and that's the template that can go to your customer. Now note that the templates all are made in such a way that they suit a number of businesses. So we also have something called as a thermal template, which is a non A4 size template. It is a shorter template, but basically once you figure out a template from here and select it, it will get applied to your invoice, and then you can send the correct invoice to your customer. Usually our customers might also have some additional questions regarding the software. Then what you can also do is in the bottom right corner, there is a chat section. We are available on support at every time. You can just send us a message and we'll get back to you so that you can be onboarded to the ProfitBooks software soon. Thank you everyone. This was Vikrant Joshi from ProfitBooks. Like I mentioned, we are always available to answer any of your questions, and good luck to you to get the best out of the software by following this video. Thank you.